I always loved being outdoors. So even as a young child, I was just always outside in the woods, loved the idea of self sufficiency. So enjoyed the idea of gardening and all of that. Loved the outdoors, loved nature, loved wildlife, loved animals, the whole shebang. So when I got older, I actually, like, I think it was late high school, maybe right after high school, I did start to get interested and curious about hunting and firearms. But I was a broke arse college student or high school student, so I didn't really have the funds or resources to my knowledge to go out and pursue this. So after college, I had a little bit more money, like not really a lot, but a tiny bit. So I took the hunting and firearms course. I got licensed, did very minimal research on what my first firearm should be, but just knew, you know what? According to the regulations, 12 gauge shotgun should be good to cover me for whatever species I want to hunt right now. Went out and bought the cheapest used semi automatic shotgun I could find at a gun store, didn't know anything about it. It wasn't great to me. It was always jamming. It got the job done, honestly, for quite a while until I was able to upgrade. But after getting my license, doing the course, purchasing that firearm, I just did a lot of YouTube research, talked to friends, read. I mean, the internet is just like, there's so much knowledge and information on the internet. So read up on all the different techniques and all about hunting and just asked a local farmer for permission to hunt on their land. And yeah, that deer season, I went out and I sat for, I only had a shotgun at the time, so I could only do the first 2 weeks of November, which was our shotgun season. Sat out there with a shotgun every day, every night, took time off work. And at the very, very last day, I ended up harvesting a doe, which was my first harvest. And from there, you just kind of, I mean, you get hooked. It was exciting to be able to harvest your own meat. The whole process was exhilarating. I remember seeing that doe and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I seeing things? I haven't seen anything in 2 weeks. This is crazy. Is she big enough to shoot? Is she within range? Like all of this is flying through my head. And yeah, aimed and took her. And yeah, it was pretty exciting. So yeah, that's how I got into hunting. I just kind of forced myself into it. From hunting, I got more into firearms. So I decided to join a local gun range, purchased some handguns. I did some sports shooting for a little bit, was super active in the range that way. Fortunately, I do not sports shoot anymore or shoot at the range as much as I would like to, but life is very busy now and I'm a little bit further from the range than I used to be. So it's not like it's just a 5 minute jaunt up the road. Um, so yeah, I really just fell into it and forced myself to get into it. And trust me, if I can do it, absolutely anybody on this planet can. So just get your license, take the course. That is the absolute first step. And just find ways to force yourself into it. There are a ton of ladies groups and general groups and gun ranges that will absolutely take you in and show you the ropes and get you the best head start. And if you don't have those kinds of resources to access that stuff, you can do it yourself.